Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Lloyd Banks, man. You can check out my brand new exclusive interview only on 106 KMEL.
Yo, something real special for y'all today. We got my man Lloyd Banks inside the MGD Music Lounge talking about his brand new album, The Hunger for More 2, and some other special tidbits about his life, man. You got to stay close right here, 106KMEL.com. I'm bringing my friend out here. He's come a long way to hang out with y'all. I want y'all to show some love for my man, the Punchline Kid, the one and only Lloyd Banks. Give it up for him, y'all. Yes, man. Came a long way to hang out with y'all. We're going to ask some questions, get into it, talk about his brand new album he got coming out, The Hunger for More 2. This is my man here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back, man. It's been 3 years since my last album, so what a significant way to come in on my third album after 3 years. So I'm just blessed to be back in the same position. Coming off a gold independent single, you know, on to Any Girl, on to Bigger and Better Things, man. I'm blessed.
Now, I'm watching you. Look like you're working harder than ever right now.
Yeah, I've been moving around, man. They got me working. You know, when you follow somebody like 50 Cent's work ethic, there's really no excuse for anything. Because, you know, that guy, I seen him go about 2 months straight with just ices, you know what I mean? Like, he has that kind of discipline. Or from the very beginning, like, we be going to sleep, he be waking up. You know, so it's like, there's no excuse completely. And then being under M&M also, and just watching how they work, and still to this day being there from 7 to 7, you know, so who am I not to stop? Who am I to stop?
You got into this when you was like a young dude now, you know.
18?
Yeah, so now, is it still fun for you now? You still running wild out there?
Yeah, I'm not as wild as
yeah, we know.
Not as wild as I once was, but right now, I'm actually having a little more fun now because I understand it. I understand what I'm doing. I understand who I'm meeting. I understand that, you know, nobody's guaranteed to be back in these places. You know, so I remember it, you know, and I appreciate it a little bit more now. You know, when I was 19, 20, 21, I didn't even appreciate New York City. You know, that's one of the biggest tourist spots in the world, you know, but when you see it every day, you tend to take it for granted. And I think that's what happened. So it was kind of like a gift and a curse for me. I think the curse would be not able to put out as much music as I wanted to, and the gift would be to have some kind of exclusivity to the point where I come back now that has an impact. And it made me feel like when I first came out, that's why I called the album Nature from 2.
Now, do you think it's easier for kids to get in there and try to get on now, or is it a little bit harder as the same? Because, you know, you came from the mixtape, then now it's like YouTube, video. How you feel about it? I think first off, I think that my best advice I can give to the, you know, the inspiring artists that's coming up would be to pay attention to their present and the past also. You know, one thing, when I started writing my music, I was listening to Ready to Die. I was listening to Jay when he was rapping with Big L on WKCR before his first album. You know what I mean? So even though I was 10 years old, I was staying up to 5 o'clock in the morning listening to Stretch and Bobbito and got to be at school at 7. You know what I mean? So a lot of that work ethic came from back in those days, from me just watching Big, watching Pop, watching Pun, watching all these dudes, watching Rakim, watching Kane, people before me, so you have an idea of where to take it. You know what I mean? It's hard to put like this. None of the greats are sitting at home just listening to themselves. You know what I mean? And that comes from just being around so many people. You know, 50 Cent doesn't ride around and listen to his music all the time. He listens to other people's music. So I said, who am I? You know, I'm not going to sit here and just be stuck on myself. It's the rapper syndrome. They all think they're number one. I think that the artists who, if you watch, like even artists like Lil Wayne, the artists that become number one are good chameleons. They take bits and pieces from all their peers they respect, and then they, you know, put it into what they do. Now, I'm a fan of watching old rock documentaries and stuff when the rock band used to go across country and had wild groupies and did all types of wild stuff. And you know you can't do that in this now, in the day and age. How do you feel about the fun of it now? I know it's just rapping and some money to it, but you can't have fun like that no more. Is the game tainted?
It's a little crazier now. You know, nowadays you have like perfect example. We didn't have Twitter, you know, 5-6 years ago. We didn't have an immediate way to be busted. Like this girl right here, I seen her on Twitter.
Oh, which one?
This one right here with I think it was no, this one right here. That's right.
You think it's better now that like a fan could be that close to you. They could talk to you instantly. Like I never could just reach out and say, "Hey, what's up, Big Daddy Kane? What's happening?" He hit me back. You know what I mean? Like "Hey, Big, how you doing? How's your day?"
Even if you don't hit you back, there's a possibility that he's seen it.
Yeah.
You know, and I definitely pay attention. I be honest with you, when I was in a hiatus from my second album to now, all I had was the internet. You know, so I could definitely appreciate it. See, back in the days, all you had was TV. You know what I mean? So even if you spent $500,000 on your video, we had to see it because it was going to come on every hour on the hour. Nowadays, it's like everything's different. It's more on demand. You can go on the internet and click and decide what you want to watch. I think that avenues like Twitter and Facebook, and those are all cool ways for me to hear a direct response. You know, when we had mixtapes out, we had to wait a week for the mixtape DJ. We would give him the joint, gotta wait for him a week to get the rest of the songs, then put it out, and then you might not even get a chance to pick the CD up to another week. You know, so I think that this is the immediate response. As soon as I drop a record, I can hear people talk about it, you know, 2-3 minutes later. I buy Reasonable Doubt, I buy Life After Death, Ready to Die.
You stay with the old school all the time?
Yeah. I mean, I listen, I'm on the internet, you know, but I listen to a lot of new artists like Wiz Khalifa. You know, I like what he's been doing. There's a lot of people out there, man.
Last one. How much soul do you listen to? Because he's a gangster rapper, but he likes a lot of R&B.
You know, when R. Kelly was coming up, he had a lot of different kind of records. It wasn't just all baby, 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 because I ain't a baby type dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really gonna give you all the stuff he's talking about. So I think that now the records are just changing a little. You got artists like Trey Songz, and you know, people like that who are just adding a little more to it. So the subject matter is a little different. You know, and after just riding around listening to shoot 'em up, bang bang all the time, you need that sometimes.
Gotta cool out.
I only had one record that catered to the women on my first album, which was Karma, and it got a big response because of that.
Right.
And I read a lot of the material also, so that's why I pay attention and just watch how they format their stuff, so that way when I decide to go into that lane and write full R&B records, I know what I'm doing.
So tell them about the album about to drop on before we get going. Let them know about the new joint.
Oh man, the album is crazy. It's titled Get Your Fin 2, Hunger for More Part 2. It's my third album, first album released in June 29th, 2004. And, you know, since that time, you know, I think that I've elevated as an artist. I think that I can wrap circles around the 2004 Banks. Just being in the studio just consistently, day after day after day, just working on this album. Actually, being with Benson Bentley was what started Hunger for More Part 2. Because prior to that, I was doing mixtape material. I put out 5 mixtapes in a year. A bunch of like remixes and features and things like that. And when I felt the energy of being with Benz, I never had an ignorant record. And meaning it wasn't any instructions involved. Like when we did Hands Up, it was hands up, it was telling you what to do. Being with Benz is more of a feeling. It was organic. It just came on, and I can't control how they react to it. You know, if I say put your hands up, they'll go this way, they're going to do whatever they want, regardless. Same way in the club was. We tried that all the time. Go. They just do whatever they want, up, down. You know what I mean? So that's how you know you got to smash. And just coming off the energy, I felt like I didn't feel that way. I'm just happy about mine. I was independent. The album is crazy. I got Styles P on the album. I got Pusha T on the album. I got Kanye West on the album. Eminem's on the album. Jeremiah's on the record. I got a record with Raekwon. Lloyd is on the album. I know I'm missing somebody too. 50 Cent is on the album, of course. Tony Yado's on the project. It's balanced out, man. It's a record for everybody.
Hey, tell them what's going to drop so they know, man.
November 23rd, Hunger for More Part 2 in stores. I also want to thank everybody, you know, for supporting me, you know, through the Being Benson Bentley movement. I actually received my first, you know, gold independent plaque from that. So I definitely want to thank everybody who purchased that.
Give it up for them.
Yeah. And the money went to me.